Revel Mr. History, brought to you in part by Dixie Gun Works in Union City, Tennessee.
Ready? Aim. Fire. Ready? Aim. Fire. Ready? Aim. Fire. Ready? Freeze. Arms.
I'm standing in front of the grave of my mom and dad, Joe and Betty Revel. Now, they were both born on farms in rural West Tennessee. Right before the outbreak of the Korean War, my mom and dad, they were courting, or dating as we call it today. Hearing the call of duty, my dad became a soldier in the United States Army. And just before the war's end, my dad came home and he and my mom got married. They got married on May 2nd, 1953. And 3 years later, I came along. Ever since the Revolutionary War, I've had ancestors that's fought in just about every major conflict in American history. In honor of my dad and all those in my family tree, and in yours, History Highway proudly presents our Memorial Day special.
To the middle and I'm
I'm on the courthouse lawn here in Paris, Tennessee, where you'll find a monument honoring those who gave their all in the fight for freedom. Once a year, we have a national holiday called Memorial Day, and I'm often wondered about the origin of that holiday. While reading a magazine recently, I ran across an article by Dr. Richard Gardner, who's from Columbus State University, who's a scholar on that very subject. Like any other topic, American history can be the subject of opinion. And when it comes to the origin of Memorial Day, which was first known as Decoration Day, there are plenty of opinions to go around. According to the United States Department of Veteran Affairs, there are roughly a dozen communities that claim the birthplace of the national holiday, which includes Boalsburg, Pennsylvania, Carbondale, Illinois, Charleston, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, and Columbus, Mississippi. On the official side of things, in May of 1966, the Congress of the United States passed Resolution 587, which recognized the town of Waterloo, New York as the birthplace of Memorial Day. Local lore states that Henry Wells, a prominent druggist in Waterloo, suggested to John Murray, who had been a brigadier general during the Civil War, that a day should be set aside to honor the Union soldiers who had died during the war between the states. It is said that on May 5th of 1866, that General Murray marched to the music of a military band and decorated the graves of the fallen in 3 separate cemeteries. According to Dr. Richard Gartner of Columbus State University and his co-author Daniel Bellware, their research disproves the claims of Waterloo and all the other towns. In the June 2019 issue of the Civil War Courier magazine, Dr. Gartner states that Major General John A. Logan, who headed up the Grand Army of the Republic, the nation's largest Union Veterans Association, helped to establish the holiday in May of 1868. Citing the genesis of the holiday, General Logan stated, "It is not too late for the Union men of the nation to follow the example of the people of the South." The example he was referring to was an event that took place on April 26 of 1866. Initiated by a letter written by Mary Ann Williams, who was the secretary of the Ladies Memorial Association of Columbus, Georgia, citizens came together to decorate the graves of their loved ones who had fought for the Confederacy. Join me now as we go back in time to Columbus, Georgia, in April of 1866.
Mommy, can I get some flowers for the grave over there?
But honey, that's a Union soldier.
But it's still a soldier.
Yes, honey, you're right.
Newspapers from all over the country wrote about the event, including the New York Commercial Advertiser, which stated, "Let the incident, touching and beautiful as it is, impart to Washington authorities a lesson of conciliation." Those words were timely then, and they're timely now. Ironically, on May 30th of 1868, President Ulysses S. Grant attended the first official Memorial Day service at Arlington National Cemetery, which at one time was the home of his former rival, General Robert E. Lee. Sometime after the war was over, General Lee spoke these words, "I believe it to be the duty of everyone to unite in the restoration of this country and the reestablishment of peace and harmony." The moral of the story is, regardless the origin of Memorial Day, take time to honor those who gave their all.
My crew keeps me on the road from episode to episode, 'cause they all know I got a million stories to tell. And I'm no dinosaur, it's cool to explore what makes a country great and put the crack in the Liberty Bell. So take a ride down the history highway. We're headed back to the days of old. So take a ride down the history highway. I got the pedal to the metal and I'm letting this Chevy roll. I got the pedal to the metal and I'm letting this Chevy roll.
To support Rick Revel's mission to preserve American history, go to the Mr. History YouTube page, and click on the Patreon button in the upper right corner of the page. Thank you in advance for your contribution.